Hello everyone, welcome back to Dysfunctional Systems for Learning to Manage Chaos. Now, we're going to be doing the other outcome, so let's go ahead and continue. There isn't a question about this. I need to stop him, or I need to try. If I wanted to keep my sanity and knowing I did my best. I need to convince Cyrus not to go through with this. I won't follow you. Can't believe this. Are you even listening to anything I'm saying? Are you listening to me? No, you're just a kid. Ah. Well, do. I have a lot of things to say to you. Alright. How about this? If you can seriously convince me that this isn't the right choice, novice, then I'll follow you to the bitter end. There won't be a bitter end. Not if I have anything to do about it. Just shut up and listen. I'm listening. This is disgusting. Are you really a murderer? How can you come from Earth and do so much things? I don't have to give you the lecture, right? As you said, you've heard it. Mediators are special. Special. Yes. We're the ones with the fates of worlds in our hands, the outliers of society. Killing some amount of people will save many more, then you can be sure it's an option. Why are you thinking of it so coldly? They're people, they have lives, you can't just go around them ending them carelessly. It isn't carelessly, Winter. Yes it is, don't care. It's my job. Well, you're also human and you shouldn't lose your heart so easily. I think that was a good start. He's at least certainly entertaining me now. I'll continue then. Have you considered the president's speech? Honestly, not really. What? That's something you most definitely have to do before proceeding with negotiations. Listen. Well then. It's a good thing that I'm not planning to negotiate. We didn't even hear the entire thing. Got the deadline, and that was enough. What about his conditions? Doesn't matter. I've heard it all before, Winter. Nothing will be different this time. You're being so bullheaded. What if something he mentioned revealed the key to convincing him? Don't worry about it. In my experience, such speeches aren't so telling. Experience is not everything. It's better than nothing. No matter how good my start is, if I stumble one foot in and... No, cool it. This isn't over yet. Why are you such an asshole? Come again? An asshole. Why are you such a one-on-one? I'm gonna restart that one. An asshole. Why are you so much of one? Excuse me? Oh, come on now. Don't tell me you're growing so used to being a bastard that you can't comprehend being decent. Hold it, Winter. You're using some incredibly vulgar language. It is for emphasis. Winter, come on. No, you come on. Why are you such an incredibly horrible jerk about everything? I'm being a realist. A realist who murders people? What in the world is your deal? I just know what I had to do. Well, what I have you to do isn't always best. How should I proceed from here? I suppose the best thing would be to back off from more personal matters. Can you tell me more about your plan? What more is there to say? I killed the president. There are two probable outcomes. Debris shuts Brian down before the nuke is launched. The nuke is launched with the backing the people. Is that really all there is to it? I mean, I admit that it maybe could work, but it's just so narrow-minded. Aren't there less bloody ways to bring about order here? Furthermore, these are only possibilities, so it's possible they might not work out. Sure. It's quick, it's easy, and needs a lot more time for additional measures. Quick and easy, huh? I can't believe what I'm hearing. People's lives are at stake, and you're treating it as if we're a game. If you hit enough pressure points in the system, things usually work out. Even if they don't, avenues for resolution are often made apparent by it. Oh gracious, did you honestly just tell me that you go into systems and smash things until they work out? Then typing with the Rack's computer, being able to fix the bugs? No. Obviously things aren't that simple. But you seem to be all about simple. Alright. Listen here, Runt. You've only been to one underworld before. One. You didn't even mediate it, and it didn't even have a real problem. Poisoned water? Help the simpletons invent a damn filter. God. How'd I even get to that point? It's never an issue. Oh, but here you are. This soulless sliver of experience, and this odious, sanctimonious air. You suddenly think you have all the answers? You? Do you not know how long I've been doing this? Do you not know how many worlds I've brought in order? Countless. Appreciate my efforts, scorn them. Do what you will. But it doesn't change the fact that they work more than often than not. And hey, you know what? You're right. I don't care for these people anymore. I don't care about knocking one or two of them off the world. And I don't care if a million or more die. It doesn't bother me at all. All these problems are their own damn fault. They can't get their shit together, and we had to come in and do it for them. What nonsense do these I struggle to even call them people. Do they even deserve the same respect as those from our world? These murderers, these thieves, these swindlers, these racists and bigots and hateful ways of life. Maybe now they're trying to murder at least a city of their own. This isn't your utopia, Winter. This world doesn't work like the one you're used to. These worlds? Oh, they can be brutal. Winter, if you can't even handle this, if you can't handle this alone, then pack your bags when we return, because this isn't a job for you. Sorry. That was too much. Listen, this is just the way things are. I shake my head. This is the way you are, sir. Just whatever, Mr. Addington. I suppose I should just move on then. Let's see, I had to remember that my questions themselves can speak for or against my position. Well, keeping that in mind. Winter, wait. What, sir? Don't ask me any more questions. Well, I suppose you really did break the mood. I would prefer to ask you something myself, and then we will end it. That's so. He nods. Fine. I'm not exactly right and ready to ask anything else, I'll admit. Right then. Here it goes. Why are you doing this? Huh? Just that? Again he nods. Well? Everything about this screams evil. Evil, huh? Is that all? What do you mean? The reason to argue is simply because you think it isn't right. Yes. Is it so terrible that I still have a feeling heart? On this job, it could be. For what? For what good reason would I have to forget what's right and wrong in life? To lose track of such a basic sense would be despicable. I'm not going to relinquish my soul for a job anytime soon, sir. I see. He says it with a hint of finality, which I take. I'm sorry, Winter. I can't, sound mind, allow you to stop me. No, listen. While I respect your ardor, I find your position to be ultimately unfounded. No. Not that. You don't seem to be capable enough to handle any sort of resolution under these constraints. Sir! Whether you are for or against me, my plan will carry on with what little time we have left. Why? Why are you doing this? You're too naive if you had to ask me that. You idiot! You jerk ass! I hate you! I hate you! You're a beast! You're a wretched and aberrant thing! Are you done? Can I just let it end like this? Wait. There's still something I can do. I can really force him with one command he's allowed me. Should I even do that? I followed his rules and lost the argument. No, I'm doing it. I'm going to make him change his plans. Listen, Cyrus. What? I command you to not kill the president and to try something else instead. What? What? Did you forget already? You forced me to drink that beer, so I can't force you to do this. Really? I don't think that compares. What does it matter if it compares? We have a deal. Winter, we don't have time for this. You're right, we don't. So stop stalling, just listen to me. Cyrus falls into quiet state of serious thought, as if he has any ability to worm out of this. You simply cannot break a promise. After a good amount of seconds, he finally yields. Understood. Find some other way to do this. You bet that we will. I won't have it any other way. Got that? Yeah. I got it. Are you ready then? You wasted quite a bit of time with that debate. I am. Alright. Consider the mediation underway. I know it strengthened certain Gravitas. I'm not overjoyed by any means at my success. However, I feel kind of relief in knowing no one will be murdered here. If anything, I am most certainly confident I should get Cyrus, as stubborn as an ox, to listen to me. If I can do that, what do I have to worry about? So, where's the president?
Good question. We'll need to find out. At the location the presidential office is logged, so perhaps we'll head to the library. At the least, it should offer easy internet access.
I giggle at his irony, but Cyrus is thoroughly unamused. Do we know where there's a library?
In a minute.
He looks away from me, and I follow his cue. As it turns out, many people have started filing the streets, pale-paced and shaken. I should say, the few people I've seen during my time have all had familiar looks of weariness on their faces, but they've always nonetheless greeted me with a smile. These people did not have the strength to even do so much. I imagine that the speech must be over now, and what was said quite disturbing. Cyrus breaks away and strolls over to an older person, his expression stern. After half a minute of serious-looking chatter, he returns, walking straight past me upon reaching me.
Come on, let's go.
We haven't been here very long, but I've already relaxed. Cyrus hasn't, though. He's hunched over a keyboard and monitor. In a situation less strict with time, I think I'd like to try reading some of these books. Their stories must be very odd. Fiction is written from reality, right? Then by that notion, I may only assume that they have books about economy and wartime shenanigans. While an unpleasant thought to ponder, I had to admit that I'm curious.
Alright.
Alright?
I got the coordinates for his office. Found the presidential building's floor plan pretty easily. Looks like he really is a figurehead. Practically a tourist attraction. Or he would be. I should mention that I actually found that information on the site for tourism. In a less desperate situation, that would have made me laugh. Well, no matter. This is it. Are you prepared? Location data has been sent to ICD. I'll be off when you're ready.
I told you I was before.
Still?
Of course. My blood is burning fast and everything. What a ridiculous question. After that gauntlet earlier, what isn't there that I can't weather?
Alright. If you get word at all about the dangers, remember that I'm here. I'll make sure you're safe.
In the show what I would think is supposed to be reassurance, Cyrus displays a weapon for me from his inventory. A gun, I think. I did not take it very well. An understatement, if I ever thought one. I must have a breakdown at the sight of it. Image and reality are very much separate things. I was beginning to think these guns didn't exist. I was hoping they did exist. In its presence, I feel myself shrinking, and I can only hope I will pump back up in the next minute or two. I can't be carrying at the climax, can I? I shake my head quickly.
Let's shift in 5.
Awesome. That's awesome. Start breathing in through my nose and out through my mouth, slowly, trying to quell my heartbeat. Within 5, it is mostly successful. Surprising. With today's record, one would imagine I'd be having a fit right about now.
Oh, and one more thing.
Huh?
Don't say a word.
Alright. I sort of wanted to speak too, although I guess that is asking for a bit too much. But me in charge of the situation would be a bad idea. I can't understand the fact. I'm not that stubborn and foolish. It appears that Cyrus thinks otherwise. However, as upon our arrival here, he immediately puts a finger across my lips.
I frown behind it, but I'm mostly alright with it. He starts glancing about the room, and I bounce my gaze around as well. There's a desk, a cross with flags, a man at the window, video camera, presumably to make addresses with, and other things. Is that a radio I hear? Well, the man is President Barnaby, I assume. In my peripheral vision, I see Cyrus raising his weapon. Wait. There's no call for that. The man's alone, Cyrus. Stop it. What are you doing? Don't shoot him, you idiot. Oh my goodness, he's still raising it. I don't want to see a man get shot. Sounds nauseating, frightening, horrible. My lips tremble, puts its entire palm over my mouth. I catch myself in confliction, wanting to cry out and stop him, but not wanting to give our presence away. I take to grabbing at the side of his hand and gripping his skin with my nails, trying to pry him off. It's unsuccessful, of course. I can hardly budge his hand. Getting desperate, I try to bite him, and only end up awkwardly licking his fingers. At this, he trembles, his cheeks change shade, and briefly glares at me. He squeezes my face shut. He aims at the president, and finally, with willful strength, I manage to wrench his hand from my face and shout. Don't shoot him! Don't move! Having both spoken at once, it ultimately sounds like don't move him. Noticing what I've done, Cyrus harshly addresses me under his breath. What did I just say, Winter? I push his arm away from me and glare at him, a glare that says, I thought you were going to shoot him. Now, what's all this? The person in his turn is now looking at us. I screwed up. Hey, no wait. Cyrus might have been really about to shoot him. Also, what was he doing holding me like that? What sort of plan was he making? I'll give you the benefit of the doubt and assume you didn't hear me right just now. I said not to move. Well then, I do apologize for my misunderstanding. Right. Well, now you know. Okay? Going to say anything more anytime soon? Can't believe we're seriously having an awkward silence here of all places. I mean, really. Takes what feels like minutes before Barnaby decides to break the mood. You're here to kill me, I suppose. No. I've actually come to talk. His eyes drift from Cyrus to me, and I have no idea what else to do but quake under his gaze. He is foreboding in his oldness, so much for confidence. I don't believe guns can speak. Can't. Just consider weapons some insurance. It's no real concern anyway. Looks away from me and back to Cyrus, an action that relaxes my shoulders. Well, I've got to say, I was expecting someone to come for me with a gun, but the girl is a surprise. I'm probably not in any position to be asking questions, but I just have to know what you meant to accomplish and bring her here. She has to be here, and that's all you need to know. Well, alright. So, where are the guards? They're looking after things that are actually important. What is this devilish old man saying? Is he trying to pull a fast one? The longer we fart around with irrelevant questions, the sooner the doors will blast open and both of us will be killed? Or does he have even more sinister plan than that? I voice my concerns in action, tugging Cyrus' jacket and giving him a look. Look and tug as I might though, he refuses to consider me. Whatever. My movements broke his concentration. Now he's taking a minute to recollect his thoughts. I take the opportunity to speak in his stead. Alright, wait a second. Cyrus grunts and shakes his head, clenching his fist and teeth. Winter. I mostly ignore him. What should it matter whether you're alone or guarded or whatever? Can't you be lying and they're in fact waiting behind the door for us? There's no one waiting. Well, even if that were true, then wouldn't it suggest in your expectation and aloneness that you were seeking a certain kind of situation? What situation's that? Like, you know, the murder? That's enough, Winter. Okay, fine. There's not going to be any murder here. We both look at Barnaby. He looks dull. Even if that seems to be what someone here wants. Look, I don't know what you're suggesting. Quiet. Alright? The implications here are really rubbing me the wrong way. Plan murder them? I don't even want to think about that shit. Well, you're going to make him a martyr anyway. But it's a matter of whether or not he expected as much. Now listen. That's all I'm asking. Don't argue. Don't make any sarcastic comments. In fact, don't talk unless I give you the go-ahead. If you do, I might have to shoot your legs or something. I very much doubt you like that. Very clear? Barnaby nods. Hey, that's wonderful. Okay, I want, and this is the only thing, I want your word that you won't launch that nuke. The President regards my mentor with confusion and a touch of disbelief. You may respond. That's just not how it works. I can't give you my word when my country will only suffer in turn. The lives of Gabrians over Bryans is not something I can accept. Are you dense? I don't just want your word from the Gabrians, I want it from us Brightons. You two are Brightons? Yes. Barnaby sends in peals of laughter. I, on the other hand, am just bewildered by Cyrus' ability to so quickly lie. You expect me to believe that one of my citizens would threaten me over the lives of our oppressors? Yes. I'm sorry, but that's just too ridiculous. Are you fucking retarded? Do you think Gabriel would even think of wasting resources to kill you? Do you think they even care? Even if you do fire on them, they'll just take it as a chance to dominate us completely again. They'll ravage us. Don't you get it? You're asking for a war. You're about to take on one of the world's military giants with a bomb and a ragged army. This decision did not come easily. I don't want to do this. Then find some other way. There is no other way. You as anyone else should understand that. I have tried every other way. We have been a melt, nose to the floor for Gabriel for over a century, and do you see where it's gotten us? It hurts me to see my people celebrating the increase of minimum wage, when I know damn well that Gabriel is laughing at us for the joke that it is. This is just the one advantage over Gabriel we've ever had, a weapon incomparable to anything in their arsenal, in anybody's arsenal. I'm not about to waste that. The options are exhausted. I gave them an ultimatum, and I swear to you we're ready for the... We alone can't take on the forces of Gabriel, even with the funding they gave us. We are not alone. Looking flustered, Barnaby palms his face. The adults fall silent. Cyrus glances at me in quick bursts, expression growing increasingly concerned. If what we both heard is right, Barnaby is suggesting that Brian has friends. You allied with Ferdia. Barnaby pants, clearly unused to breaking face. It's only temporary.
You can't believe that. We had no other choice. We couldn't fund the research on our own. That doesn't matter. Don't you realize? We can trust them. They understand us. Freddy will stop us in the dust once this is over. We'll have to deal with that as it comes. Once more they fall silent. This just changes everything. I think you've gone and done that. To what leagues of desperation has this nation fallen? Barnaby, sweating, finally speaks again. I'm sorry. Crap almighty. What are we going to do now? This Cabri really isn't a threat at all. There's powerful weapons and that vicious nation backing. We're screwed. A hopelessness settles into me as I realize how out of control the situation has become with one revelation. Because now that no matter what, there will be killings. The new asked for a military to keep Cabri out of its suspicion. Yes? Kill two birds with one stone that way, huh? Yes. Cyrus shakes his head as though the ridiculousness of the situation is simply too much to take. He drops his gun arm, signifying his relinquishment. President Barnaby? He looks at me like he forgot I was in the room. I probably don't need to tell you much how you've ruined us. You're going to initiate an absolute slaughter this way. And at the end of the day, Faridia will just slaughter us too. I understand your desperation, but I think you don't give Gabriel enough credit. Both pairs of eyes are now on me, and I feel very pressured to speak convincingly. It really is now or never. It's certainly hard living the way we do. My dad works almost constantly, and we really do always have to worry about things like starving and all that. You really got to remember, though, that you're about to bite the hand that feeds us. They gave us an opening, and as much as you think it's a joke, we celebrate it for a reason. I'm sure, and I'm positive that if you were to just keep fighting for us, then maybe we could change more things. So you're his daughter? I nod hesitantly. Barnaby shakes his head in his shallower manner reflective of Cyrus's earlier movement. This is just the strangest thing. Well, do you have anything to suggest, girl? Some option I might have missed? Well, no, I don't. I was sort of just hoping to appeal to his heart. I don't have anything to offer that he hasn't already considered, I bet. Also, what was the mistake of his union with that nation on the border? I'm pretty sure there is nothing I can suggest to save this place. Still, he seems to want me to answer, and Cyrus isn't stepping in. Is there anything I think he missed? Obviously not talking to Gabriel. Gabriel hasn't responded. You're right then. Gabriel will use Brighton's actions to justify a violent reaction. Mercy, what do their people think? Setting aside that they're likely underestimating this country, let's imagine that they knew full well that Brighton posed an actual threat. Would they be willing to go to war? To perhaps die just to subjugate Brighton once again? I mean, didn't Cyrus say that even Brighton's people don't want this? Why should those like Gabriel? They aren't very militaristic. They must have believed that Brighton isn't nearly as dangerous as it actually is. These nuclear weapons have never existed before, right? Then what Brighton needs to do is make Gabriel take them seriously, to inform the public of their abilities. You could always launch it. He raises an eyebrow. I meant somewhere else. Where do you suggest? Somewhere where it won't kill anyone? You want me to fire a warning shot?
Yes. Kirby isn't probably just waiting for us to attack so they can retaliate and put us on an even tighter leash. However, if they and their people had a demonstration of the destructive power of the bomb, then I think... Barnaby hears a mighty sigh. Sorry to say, little girl, but that option has already been considered and rejected. Why? We can't afford it. Let's just say that our supply of warheads is limited, and that production costs are rather high. What's a warhead? Another name for the bomb. Oh, of course. Even with the funding Ferdia has given us, we could only make so many. Aside from the monetary cost, the materials are particularly difficult to procure and time-consuming the process. We simply cannot afford to be wasteful. We'll need every weapon available for whatever threats could be coming. Gabrian, or I hate to say it, Freudian. Well, it wouldn't be wasteful. It would be to scare them and avoid this whole thing. I know what you would intend them for, but I'm afraid that objectively it would be a waste. If I may interject. We're both surprised that Cyrus still has a voice. The bomb isn't tested. Practically. If we had done a full-scale test, our cover would have been blown. And there's really never been anything like this before. Pardon me, but I don't follow sciences. That's right, while Cabria and other nations have tampered with nuclear fusion, it has never been applied to weaponry this successfully. According to our scientists, our largest bomb should be enough to wipe out the capital. Hearing that still makes my head spin. All like Gabriel? Isn't it just a bomb? Not a conventional bomb. It's no wonder Gabriel isn't listening. No one understands what this thing is. We're just planning on surprising them? That's disgusting. The lives we take in our attack would be nothing compared to losses we have suffered under their rule. No statistics have ever been released, but upwards of 100,000 die every year from poverty in our country. What? To put that in perspective, our nation's population is numbered at 34 million. And an estimated 5 million have just been lost in just the last 60 years. Huh? 47% of this nation lives in poverty, and the rest still suffer under pitiful wages. Sacrificing the city of Gabriel in an instant? A mere 3 million. I wouldn't sleep any worse for it. That's stupid. Winter, not now. It is though. What terrifying numbers. Anyone's raised them? What does that even prove? She's right though. That is very stupid. Mr. President, stop thinking so live our other lives. Funny you should say that. Gabriel hasn't hurt us. But what will returning favor accomplish? You're only going to breed more hate. We have a military. We have Ferdia. And as if those weren't enough, it seems we have more than one city-leveling bomb. We're concerned already. Just launch in the ocean and let them realize what we're capable of. Anyone will fear the weapons we harbor, and you had no reason not to brandish them. You could spare those 3 million lives. You don't have to sacrifice them to make a point. Even if I did agree, I don't know if I had that kind of power. Oh please, don't act weak now. Talk with your advisors, make a new call, make the Gabrians piss themselves in terror. In the aftermath, I get the feeling they'd be more than willing to talk. Hell, maybe they'll even give us more than we ever asked for. Just give them the chance. I will do what I can then. Really? The president reaches up and compresses part of his collar between two fingers. Call off the launch for now. We're having conference immediately. This is an executive command from President Jonathan Barnaby. Call X374. It's done. We will consider the issue. However, we'll need to make a decision quickly. For changes from the one we'd already made, I'm frankly not sure how the Ferdines will take it. We can't allow them to control us. I'm not shutting a master just to make a new one. We should not charge headlong into war just for slights against us. We should retain our identity as Britons. Just as you two. And you're honorary Britons now? What a badge of shame. Speaking of you two, I'd appreciate if you used whatever way you got in to get out of here. Whatever organization you're part of, well, I just assume that you are, but I think it would be best if you remain anonymous. I would agree. Cyrus turns and walks a few steps before stopping to scrutinize the rug. He breaks his gaze from it and calls back to Barnaby. Hey. Yes? Thanks for actually listening to us. Thanks for not shooting me. Watch it. I didn't promise I wouldn't bust any kneecaps. This worries me for a second, but as it turns out, his weapon is already put away.